The most frightening evil doesn't announce itself. It waits patiently for someone to notice. The city never feels awake here. Even during the day, there's a heaviness in the air. A constant drizzle, a gray skyline, streets that look worn down by repetition. It's the kind of place where hope doesn't disappear suddenly. It erodes. Detective Se7en has learned how to survive in this environment. Not by fighting it, but by enduring it. He's nearing the end of his career, counting days instead of victories. Experience has taught him that some problems don't get solved. They only get managed. He reads. He reflects. He keeps his distance. It's how he stays intact. Then there's Mills. Younger. Sharper around the edges. Still carrying the belief that effort matters. That if you push hard enough, something will change. He arrives with ambition and impatience, eager to prove himself in a city that doesn't care about either. Where Se7en has grown careful, Mills is restless. Their partnership isn't natural. It's functional, and that's enough at first. The first crime doesn't look extraordinary. Disturbing, yes, but not unusual for a city like this. Yet, there's something about it that doesn't sit right. The scene feels deliberate, composed, as if the violence is trying to say something quietly. As more details surface, a pattern begins to form. Not immediately, not loudly. It takes time, a slow realization. Each scene carries intention, not impulse. This isn't rage spilling over. It's design, and design implies belief. Se7en sees it before Mills does. The kind of clarity that only comes from years of witnessing human behavior repeat itself. Whoever is responsible isn't seeking escape. They're seeking recognition. Not from the police, but from the idea they represent. The crimes escalate, but not in volume. In meaning, each act is controlled, symbolic, almost instructional. The city becomes a canvas for moral judgment, and the killer positions himself as both author and authority. What's unsettling isn't just the brutality, it's the certainty behind it. Mills struggles with this. He wants a suspect, a chase, a confrontation, something tangible. But this enemy doesn't move like that. There's no panic, no urgency. Juste patience, and patience is dangerous. As the investigation deepens, the emotional distance between the two detectives becomes more pronounced. Se7en understands the trap forming around them. Mills feels it too, but interprets it differently, as a challenge to overcome rather than a warning to respect. This is where the story begins to shift. Because the killer isn't reacting to the investigation. The investigation is part of the plan. When he finally turns himself in, it's not dramatic. There's no resistance. No spectacle. Just a man walking calmly into a police station, covered in blood, speaking softly. He isn't defeated. He's finished. What follows isn't relief. It's confusion. The revelation reframes everything. The murders weren't meant to continue indefinitely. They were always leading here. To this moment, this conversation, this final act of control. The killer doesn't want freedom. He wants completion, and he knows exactly how to get it. The final journey feels wrong from the start. Too quiet to open. The city falls away, replaced by empty roads and barren land. Space where thoughts grow louder. Se7en senses the inevitability of what's coming. Mills feels the tension tightening, but emotion clouds his judgment. The truth arrives not with violence, but with understanding. A realization so heavy it changes the air. The killer's philosophy is revealed fully now. Not as madness, but as conviction. He believes he has exposed the world for what it is, and the most horrifying part isn't his logic. It's how carefully he's accounted for human weakness. What happens next isn't chaos, it's consequence. In the end, there is no victory, only aftermath. Se7en remains, Changed, but not surprised. Mills does not. His belief in control, in justice as a straight line, collapses under the weight of what he's been forced to confront. The city continues, as it always has. Rain falling, sirens in the distance. Another story absorbed, another tragedy processed and forgotten. Somerset considers leaving, then hesitates. Because even in a world this broken, walking away feels like surrender. And maybe the most unsettling truth of all is this: the killer didn't just commit atrocities. He proved how predictable we are.